So this is Act 5, the villain path. Um, Everybody on here's a villain, and they get cruelty and crap like that, and it basically reduces your attack or your power if you do not have a villain. So I got me a villain, that 455 Modok. Juggernaut fight, there wasn't really a lot I could do about this because he has Unstoppable. Typically, Scarlet Witch is my go-to for him, but Scarlet Witch without any power gain, that's a problem. His flux is so random. I mean, it's hard to tell like what's going to happen. You don't know how high your crits are going to be, or how high your attack is, or what your block proficiency is going to be. I mean, it's just really just out there. But he's fun. I like him. Juggernaut fight took more health than I wanted to, so naturally I had to heal him up. Joe Fixit again with the same buffs, and the Bane thing is another one that it's a pain in the ass to get around because, especially with that Unstoppable, you can't hit him. You're going to take damage from Bane. Mr. Fixit here really. Yeah, he snuck that one on me. It's hard to play a perfect fight for everyone on this path, especially if you're only using one champion. I didn't have a lot of choices. I have Modok and Crossbones, so, And see, I don't even know how he blocked that, but, maybe I wasn't fast enough, so. He gets around where sometimes like he's just, if you stay close during a special 1, he'll fire it off every time, but getting that special 2 out of him is a very annoying thing. So again, I got him, but not with much health left, so I had to heal up. Now, Crossbones, keep in mind there's the role reversal, so I have class advantage over him on this fight, which you might notice the damage is a little bit higher. Not much, but. And of course, the tricky thing with Crossbones is you don't know if he's going to shrug off that parry, so you have to kind of wait a second before you attack. Now I'm trying to get that special 1 out of him. His special 1 is easy to bait, easy to evade. Wow, look at those fucking crits. That is crazy. He just ate right through him. I like the way he rolls his fingers on the chair after the fight. I brought Iceman to the Magneto fight because I figured Modok, he's gonna get what's it called, magnetized, and Iceman doesn't really need specials to put out a lot of damage. He's got all those little frostbite charges, and hey, difficult evade, and then I just walk right into him and die. So I brought Modok anyway, even though he got magnetized, because hey, he's my villain here. The damage numbers are just all over the place. I feel like the flux just goes up and down like randomly, super fast, and it's a matter of luck what you're pulling off. I mean, it doesn't make sense, and Kabam is not going to tell us how it works. Alright, so Ronan, he's an easy ass champ to beat. I mean, you just have to evade his specials, but I can say that about anybody, really. It's just his specials are so easy and predictable. Boom, evaded, no problem. And see there again with those random crits, like dropping 3K on regular hits. I mean, and then back to normal for a special. Like it's so random. He was definitely one of the easier takedowns. It didn't frustrate me at all. Now here's a problem. Abomination will poison the shit out of you. My Iceman was already dead, so I went to check to see how much poison damage does he actually do, and it frightened me. So I had to revive Iceman. Um, I was thinking it would be a pretty easy fight, but Abomination, man, he can hit pretty hard when he needs to. And again, I have no power gain, so this is just a fisticuffs match, you know, just punching. And I know I should have been baiting a special one. It's a lot easier to evade. He's just gaining that power so fast. It's kind of a problem of when you're playing too aggressive. You know, you sometimes you have to back off a little bit. Definitely makes it easier. Now, since Iceman can survive that, the problem is you'll survive it, but you come out with Bane. I just lost a quarter of my health because I tanked that special 3. But, you know, honestly, I already knew at this point, like, I wasn't going to survive. Was trying, but, you know, it's you just know when you're defeated. So you go out trying to do as much damage as you possibly can. And of course, that's when my ninja skills activate. Too late, but whatever. And see, a really simple evade. I just missed it. So I brought in Modok because why not? I needed someone who hit heavy for a couple of hits. This fight right here. Oh, hey, there's my war alarm. I have to keep up with because I'm so forgetful about war and Alliance Quest. So I set myself alarms to know when to go check on it. This right here would be a Dr. Voodoo fight for sure, but Dr. Voodoo won't generate power, so you really just have to kind of tank through it. You get you a villain who can hit hard, and that's basically all I was doing there. Now, the reason I only hit him once after the parry was to transfer the Bane timer. His special 2, you cannot evade. No matter how far away you are, you cannot evade it. So I try to get that special 1 off as much as possible. You'll see here in a minute. It'll happen incidentally, but... Oh yeah, I forgot I had a 5-star and you could do the special extra damage. So his special 3 is pretty random. You don't know what it's going to cast. Apparently it stunned him. I wasn't expecting that, so... There you go. See, I'm all the way across the screen from him and cannot evade that shit. There's the auto block coming in clutch to save me. I'm sure Kabam's going to nerf his blocking a little bit because when you're attacking Helm, it's activating like every second. It's really annoying. But from an offense point of view, it doesn't need to activate that much. It's a good thing to have in reserve for in case you miss an evade on a block on a special, you can block it kind of thing. It comes real handy with characters like Ultron here who evade, because if they evade and immediately attack, you'll block it, which is pretty nice. One thing about this fight that I regret, when he starts healing, Modok's special one reverses the healing, and I just kind of, it wasn't that I forgot about it, it was, I couldn't get the timing down to do it at the same time. I mean, it was just kind of annoying. There we go. So eventually, I think, and also his heal reversal is probably better for guys like Iron Man and Superior Iron Man who have like short bursts of regen. But hey, it's like a heal block, heal reversal for 3 seconds, and the best part is you don't even have to hit them. Like if they block it or you miss them, it still applies the effect. So that's rather cool. Scarlet Witch here is not in the villain thing. She's just the mini boss before Collector. I should have brought in Iceman, I know, because she's going to poison the hell out of you. I figured I'd just try to power through. Gwenpool, she shuts down that ability right around now. 50 hits, so you can go in pretty strong after that. But, oh, you don't want to miss a hit on that bitch. She hits so hard. So my whole team's dead. Might as well bring in almost dead Stark Spider-Man. The idea is to heal up and go into the Collector with a full roster of healed up and revived champions. See how good I can do with it. But hey, thank you, Spider-Man. Friendly neighborhood killer. Okay. And of course, there's no sense in doing a team revive when everybody's dead, so... Or when one person's still alive, so I shoot straight into the Collector. Don't get a lot of damage out of them, but hey, it's better than... It's cheaper than healing them, so... So now I shoot into the whaling portion of the video where I have to buy team revives, and I went ahead and healed them up. You don't really need to heal them up for the Collector because no matter what your health is at, he's going to destroy you. But I wanted to see how far I could get on a single team. Oh yeah, and Modok, he has such high health that you have to add him potions individually. I mean, his health is so high, it's ridiculous. So, there we go. Get my team pretty much full health. 80, 90% maybe. Let's go in. Modok really surprised me with this. He's just absolutely... He hits hard, and he just goes in. Oh, man, I love it. He barely took any damage from that special one. He's just like, oh, yeah, I'm a giant head, and you can't hurt me because I'm a giant head. Crit, crit, crit. Beautiful stuff. This is the hard part because if I get him to special 3, it's instant KO, and I wanted to be able to get a couple more hits out of him. If I would have intercepted instead of trying to parry, I would have probably got another 5-hit combo. That's about it. But that's 30% of his health gone in one fight. I mean, Modok pulled it together. Stark Spider-Man here, you'll notice the Bane timer hasn't started. That's because nobody's actually had an attack. I'm trying to build up poise charges to raise my attack before I fight him. So yeah, it's a neat little trick if you have Stark Spider-Man. Alright. Lost him too early, but, he got a good chunk of damage out while he was there. Kind of the difficult part of it. You can't one-shot the guy. So it comes down to you want to have a strategy of how few of revives and potions can I use. And there you go. Totally missed that one, but that's the problem with it. Now, Gwenpool can pull some really good damage on the Collector if you don't get hit. It's also interesting to me, one of his abilities... Oh, shit. There you go. I just got baned to death. One of his abilities is he can't bleed when he's under a certain amount of health. Yeah, if you're using Gwenpool, she ignores that because she reduces his ability. It's pretty neat. Iceman, man, he has some good burst damage, but I missed the intercept and, yeah, got ruined. So now I go in with just a 40% revive. The reason I don't bother healing up is because if he hits you, you're dead. It doesn't matter how high your health is, except for with Modok. Plus, when you drop below 30% using Courage, you get a pretty nice attack boost. This is where, like, champions like Hulk. Hulk is really, really good for a Collector fight, because he thrives on being low health. You'll notice when I parry, I block for another half second, and that's because he shrugs off 50% or something like that. So you never know if it's going to be correct. Now for Modok to work his magic again. I'm so in love with this character. He's so fun. Not throwing very many criticals, but I rushed him when he dodged back, and I pulled that off somehow. And then there, now I'm pulling off the damage. Got that regeneration reversal, which, look at how much health that took off of him. It was pretty good. It not only reverses their healing, I think it goes up to 150% damage on top of the healing, so that it just depends on where your flux is at. So Modok versus the Collector, I'm very happy with. This wasn't my last run. I had one more path after this, and on my last run, I killed the Collector with one team and one single level 2 revive, and that was on Modok. Just it's my cheapest collector fight yet to date. I just think the more you fight them, the better you get at them, the better you learn them, and just kind of how it works. And I get hopeful here with Stark Spidey, but when the collector's this low on health, he has chances to become unblockable. He has chances to become unstoppable. I mean, he just becomes an impossible fight toward the end. So it's hard to judge where like what's going to happen with him. And see there, he went unstoppable. So there wasn't much I can do. I mean, you can hit him one more time, basically. So that was a team revive, and I believe I just used a single revive. Yeah, I knew Modok could handle it from here out. The reason I healed him up, it was unnecessary, but the reason is, uh, revives are a lot more rare and more expensive than healing potions, and you might as well be better safe than sorry. Even though I knew Modok had this, he's so low on health that. See that auto block saved my life? Thank you, Modok, and your weird abilities. Now, like I said, that wasn't my last run. I had one more run to do. Uh, the great thing about the last run is I was able to change up my team a little bit, where I didn't have to concentrate on villains. But since Modok performed so well, I carried him on. And there you go. You can see the last path had Chaos Magic, which